Welcome to a quick review of the Samsung S8 ViewFinity series monitor. I needed something with above average screen resolution while being away for remote work. Most of the options for over 1920 by 1080 resolution monitors I saw were close to €400 or over $400, if not significantly more. That is until I came upon this little number, which I was able to snag for €350 or $365. Mind you, this was with a discount leading up to Christmas. This is a 27-inch 16:9 aspect ratio ultra high definition or 4K monitor. The panel is IPS, which boasts a wide viewing angle of 178 degrees with a resolution of 3840 by 2160 and HDR10, which boasts up to 1 billion colors. It also has a maximum refresh rate of 60 Hz and 5 millisecond response time. The packaging isn't overly large and easily opened. Underneath the styrofoam packing is the screen in a soft cover. The monitor is relatively slim and has a bit of heft to it. At the bottom of the screen is the power and control switches and somewhat gaudy striations to the plastic body. The back features a more attractive panel grooving relief with a section that has a 3.5 headphone jack, one USB service port and two USB 3.0 ports. Over at the other side there's a C14 power connector, and across from it is the HDMI in, display port, PC in and one USB 2.0 port. Right underneath the bottom styrofoam packing is a miscellany of information guides and leaflets. One of the included packs contains the power plug, with a C13 connector on one end and 2-pin Type E or F wall plugs. Also included is a USB-A to USB-PC in connector, which doesn't quite look like a typical USB Type B connector. And finally, an HDMI cable, which is always great to have. The base plate is made from sturdy metal and offers a stable base. The monitor arm has a metal plate to slot into the back of the panel, which has a sleek side profile with a flexible arm for tilting and swiveling. The body is made out of matte plastic with the screw mount at the bottom, which is encased into the plastic body. Assembly simply requires placing the arm into the base and screwing in the attached mounting screw. Once that's done, the arm can simply be slid into the back of the monitor until it locks into place. The monitor stand allows vertical tilting around 25 degrees while allowing a horizontal tilt of 30 degrees. This also allows the height to be adjusted from the base to 12 centimeters at the top. Another interesting feature is being able to rotate the orientation of the screen from horizontal to vertical. As this was a quick purchase, I hadn't realized initially that this was a 4K monitor and assumed it was a QHD or WQHD monitor. Although I have been on the lookout for a 4K monitor, anything under 32 inches would mean incredibly compacted visuals which would be hard to view on a daily basis. At 27 inches, the recommended OS scaling is 150%, which kinda defeats the purpose of a high-resolution monitor insofar as screen real estate is concerned. At this scaling, you can have two circa 1280 by 1300 windows side by side, which is roughly 70% of the two side-by-side windows on, say, Ultra UWHD monitor, which has a native resolution of 3440 by 1440. Going down to 100% of 4K does translate to a massive screen space, but windows, text, and other visuals are very small and could lead to eye strain and headaches. Bumping this to 125% eases this experience somewhat while still giving you ample screen space. At this scaling, you can easily have two windows of 1550 by 1600 side by side, which is definitely great for more vertical space. This overall provides 4% more combined space than the 3440 by 1440 QWHD monitor, but what you gain in height is lessened by the slight reduction in width. Another option would be to drop the resolution to 2560 by 1440 and 100% scaling. This, I believe, is the more suitable resolution for monitors this size, where two windows around 1270 by 1300 pixels would be around 68 to 69% of a 3400 by 1440 QWHD monitor. So basically a bit smaller than 4K at 150% scaling. Personally, 4K at 120% scaling is the sweet spot as you get the decent visual acuity as well as great screen real estate, which in some cases is on par, if not better than 3440 by 1440 super wide monitors in terms of screen real estate while having a smaller physical frame. So what's the verdict? Now this is an older monitor. If you can find it, the resolution and physical screen size are two great points that can definitely help you with more screen space to work. This lacks some of the finer trappings of more modern monitors, such as USB-C connectivity, which means not being able to output video and charge at the same time as newer models can. In almost every other aspect, this is definitely a great buy, especially considering the price. So if fancy bells and whistles aren't what you need and want to save on cost, I say go get this monitor. Well, that's about it for this video. If you have any comments or questions, let me know and leave a like and sub to help me grow. Until then, goodbye.